In this video, I'll show you how to use the pivot points indicator on TradingView. Pivot points are just another way to look at support and resistance. So you can add them to any chart here. If you go to indicators, just type pivot, and pivot point standard is the one we're going to be looking at. There's a few different ways that these pivot points are calculated. Just think of them as support and resistance based on some previous price data. So if you go into the indicator itself on the right hand side, if you click this question mark icon, you can see exactly how pivot points are calculated. So if we scroll down, there's a few different ways that you can look at the pivot points. So the first one is just normally, which is traditional, which takes the previous high and low and the previous close, divides by 3, I believe. You can see here, and then it just plots those out. Now you can also use, for example, Fibonacci levels, which a lot of people use. Now these aren't going to be exactly from your own levels. So I would just use Fibonacci separately, but you can have a look at these levels to see if using Fibonacci extensions is actually going to be a better fit for you. I would just draw Fibonacci myself because then you can control the low and the high and then the Fibonacci levels. But in any case, you can play around with either the traditional method or Fibonacci or some of the others here. The other thing we need to know about is the time frame that we're looking at. Like pivot points are just support and resistance levels based on previous highs and lows, and they plot those out. And it depends on the time frame chart that you're looking at. So for the most part, if you're looking around under a day, so you're day trading maybe, and you're looking at time frames under a day. So we're going to change this to, let's say, a 1 hour. And these are the pivot points that have been created here. And under a day, you'll be looking at weekly pivot points, right? So if you're trading on your time frame of 1 hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, then you'll be looking at these pivot points, which are calculated on the weekly chart. So the previous week's open, high, low, close, etc. are going to be calculated as your pivot points. So we can see here on the 1 hour, the pivot point resistance here is 270. This is for Apple stock. If we go to the 2 hour, you'll also notice that the pivot point is around 270 again, right? So it's the same pivot point. If we go to the 3 hour, we will be again looking at 270. Just on the right hand side here, you can see the price. So that's all the same pivot point. You're using the weekly pivot point there, so the previous week's data. If we change to a daily chart, that will now change our pivot point. You can see that the resistance zone has moved up to 276. We have a support zone here at 265. The reason being is that we're now looking at the monthly data for calculating the pivot points. So this is going to change depending on what type of chart that you're looking at, right? And if you're looking at a longer term chart, you obviously get longer term pivot points because they're going to be just a better calculation with slightly less noise for daily trading. If you put the pivot points indicator on your chart afresh, it's a bit of a mess, to be honest. So go to indicators. I'm just going to press pivot points. And yeah, it's a total mess. So what I do is go to the settings here. On inputs, I just change the number of pivots. You can put 1 here, and then you're just looking at the forward-looking pivot point, which is going to be probably something that you want to look at. You can change it to maybe a couple if you want to see how these are changing. So let's put 2 on here, and you'll see the calculations, from the previous period to up here. So what we can see is that the support zone seems to have moved up a little bit, and resistance zones seem to have moved down. That's probably indicating that the volatility of the asset is crushing a little bit, right? And yeah, you can see that for sure. So what we can see is that the price has kind of moved sideways a little bit here after a bigger move to the upside. So maybe some sort of consolidation, and the pivot points are going to crush just as the volatility is crushing, right? Because it's just a forward look of the volatility of the asset and the highs and lows that it gets to. So that gives you a little bit of data. So volatility has been crushing. Now from here, we can just use these pivot points as support and resistance zones. So if you want to take trades, if you're looking to long the asset, for example, then you're usually going to want to maybe buy when you get drawbacks into a trend. So I'm just using the 200-week moving average here, which is moving up. So that's pretty good. Now, what you'll probably want to do is buy if the price comes back into that trend a little bit. And you can see it doesn't always come back right into the 200-week moving average, which is where you can use pivot points to get a little bit more accurate with your trading as well. So if the price is coming back into this resistance or this support zone, then that's somewhere where you may place orders as well. Even though it's not exactly on a 200-week moving average, it did hit it here, but that zone is probably somewhere where you'd want to get involved if you're looking to buy. Now, as we move up through these, you usually get resistance. We had resistance for 1 day around this resistance zone and then move through it. And you can see we're consolidating in this right now, but there is definitely a support zone here as well that we've hit a couple of times. So pivot points, I'm on the daily chart here, definitely give you more accurate information on that daily time frame or the lower time frames for daily traded price action. The 200-week moving average is something much longer term, right? So you're not going to always be coming back into that. The pivot points can give you much more accurate information if you're looking to trade in a certain week or a day for the actual daily support and resistance zones. I'll leave a full video guide to TradingView down in the description and some links to the exchanges I use. You can get some deposit and trading bonuses on those. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.